Germans dug into Nordic prehistory to revive the spiritual and cultural heritage of this, the greatest race on earth. The SS learned the mysteries and myths of the Teuton past. At Bad Tolz, a school was set up for SS officers, a school of chivalry, training mind and body. Tests of physical courage and obedience, balancing grenades on their helmets until they went off, being fired at on battle courses, and porridge for breakfast, prescribed by Himmler himself because he admired the way it had developed English public schoolboys into empire builders. The SS man was required to be a fearless athlete. Himmler himself was sickly, something of a hypochondriac, and subject to headaches. Nevertheless, it was in character that, out of sight of the cameras, he forced himself through the SS sports tests. Behind the emphasis on sport to develop courage and discipline was Himmler's deputy, international fencer Reinhard Heydrich. Thrown out of the Navy for womanizing, he had become head of the SS security department, the Nazis' instrument of terror and murder.
Ich schwöre dir.
SS men swore total obedience to the Führer unto death. Himmler administered the oath himself.
Ich gelobe dir. Gehorsam bis in den Tod.
They were inconspicuously brought round to the idea of themselves as the sons of light, that they stood in a fight against the powers of darkness.
Die Mächte der Finsternis stehen. Ansonsten war diese SS...
In all ways, the SS was based on the example of the Jesuit order, which had been founded as the elite guard of the Catholic Church by Ignatius Loyola, with very strict and severe laws. And Himmler had taken much from this: the hierarchy, the strict selection and leadership, and the punishments.
Arbeit macht frei. Work sets you free. On the gates of Dachau concentration camp. As moral guardians of the Nazi system, it was logical for the SS to run punishment centers. At Dachau, guards were taught that any pity whatsoever for enemies of the state was unworthy of an SS man. There was no place for men with soft hearts. It was not for nothing that their emblem was the death's head and that they carried a loaded gun. Prisoners were to be reduced to total subservience by impersonal brutality, methodical cruelty. Prisoners were not people. They were numbers, and camps were essential to the Nazi system.
Sie waren nach Anschauung Himmlers und Hitlers
They were necessary in the opinion of Himmler and Hitler, one as the head of the state and the other as the head of the German police, in order, temporarily, to eliminate criminal and asocial elements, to sort them out into those who were incurable and those who could be converted and therefore could be saved for an active and positive task in the German folk community. There weren't just criminals, common criminals, but also political prisoners.
Sondern auch politische Häftlinge.
Hitler had